Welcome to today's video on types of research. So, research is the foundation of a knowledge. It helps us to explore ideas, test theories, and solve problems. But did you know there are different kinds of research, which each with a unique purpose and methods? In this video, we will understand 10 important types of research with clear definitions and simple examples. So let's start our session. Here I listed some types of research such as fundamental research, applied research, objective research, historical research, qualitative research, quantitative research, and survey studies, conceptual research, and empirical studies. So, here I will discuss one by one research types. Fundamental research or basic research. Fundamental research, also known as a basic research, that focus on gaining knowledge for the sake of knowledge itself. It does not try to solve a particular or immediate problem. Instead, it explores theories and principles to deepen our understanding of the world. Here, I also give a definition of fundamental research or basic research. The definition is the basic research involves the process of collecting or analyzing data, information to develop or enhance the theory. For example, if a psychologist to study the how memory works in the human brain, not to solve a practical issue, but to understand the concept, the fundamental research is helps. In short, we can say that it's about asking why and how the things are happen without expecting direct use right away. One is applied research. This type of research is all about using knowledge to solve real world problems. It applies theories from fundamental research to find the practical solution. And the definition of applied research is a systematical process that uses empirical methods to find practical solutions to specific problems. For example, if an educator designs and tests a new teaching methods to see whether students learn better or not, that's for these types of theories or a situation we can use applied research. While fundamental research expands knowledge and applied research uses that knowledge to bring improvement in daily life, such as in education, medicine, or technology. Objective research means research that is completely unbiased and based on the facts. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಯಾಸ್ಡನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅನ್ಬಯಾಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಡೆಗೂ ನಾವು ವಾದ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್. It focuses purely on evidence and measurable outcomes. Definition of objective research. The objective research is a research method that unbiased or value-free and based on the fact. For instance, when a teacher collects or analyzes the test scores using the same criteria for all students, in that situation we can use the objective research. So because it relies on data, not a personal judgment. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನೇ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೇಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. ಹಿಸ್ಟೋರಿಕಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. It helps us to understand how the past has shaped the present. It involves studying old documents, records, archives, and events to analyze a pattern or draw conclusions. So, even the research in a main historical ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋರಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋರಿಕಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. The historical research is the process of studying the past to understand how it has influenced the present. For example, a researcher studying how India's education system evolved from the colonial period to modern times is conducting historical research. By looking at the past, historical research gives us a valuable lesson for the present and even help us to predict future trends. Qualitative research. The qualitative research explores human experiences, emotion and behaviors. It's about understanding why people think or act in a certain way. Instead of numbers, it deals with words, observation and stories. And even many humanitarian branches were uses this kind of research types for their research, and even me also uses this kind of research in my dissertation. The definition of qualitative research. The qualitative research is gather participants' experiences, perceptions and behaviors. It's considered as a qualitative research. For example, a researcher interviewing teachers to understand classroom challenges is doing qualitative research. It helps to capture feelings, attitudes, and perspective which numbers alone cannot express. Unlike qualitative research, the quantitative research is all about numbers. It measures variables and analyzes relationship using statistical methods. The researcher uses surveys, experiments, or standardized tests to collect measurable data. The definition of quantitative research is: quantitative research is a method of collecting and analyzing the numerical data to find the patterns, make predictions, and test causal relationships. For example, finding out how many hours students study daily and comparing it with their exam result is considered as a quantitative research. It gives a result that can be counted, analyzed, and compared to objectively. Survey research. The survey research is one of the most common methods in social sciences. It involves collecting data from a sample population through questionnaires or interviews to understand trends, opinions, or behavior. Let's see the definition of survey study or survey research. Survey study is a type of research that involves asking participants questions to collect the data. For instance, if you conduct a survey among parents to know their opinions about online learning, that survey is considered as a research. Survey research or survey study. It helps to gather larger amount of data quickly, often to identify patterns or make a decisions. Conceptual research. Conceptual research is mostly theoretical. It does not involve fieldwork or experiments, but focuses on developing or refining concepts. The definition of conceptual research is it's a type of research that analyzes existing information on a topic to develop a new ideas, interpret existing theories, or answer for business questions. For example, a researcher may develop a new theory explaining how motivation influences on students' learning. Here, the conceptual research lay the foundation for future practical studies. It's, it's the thinking stage of scientific discovery. Research. The empirical research is based on actual evidences to collect through experiments or observation. It's not about assumptions, it's about testing and proving things in the real world. The definition of empirical research is a method of gaining knowledge through direct or indirect observation or experiences. For example, we can see that if a researcher studies how different amounts of sleep affect to students' exam performances by observing or recording a real time data, that's considered as an empirical research. This type of research gives a strong verifiable conclusions for their research. So, as we have seen, each types of research has its own goal. Fundamental research expand theory and applied research solve problems. Quantitative research explores experiences and quantitative research explore measures results. Together, they help us to understand and improve our world. So this was all about the types of research. Here I explain about some of the important types of research. So if you found this video helpful, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more educational videos like this. So I can also give my Insta account, so you can also follow my account. So thank you for watching.